Welcome back to Perks Recap Podcast. Once again, it is week 9 in the NFL. We are approaching week 9 in the NFL. And me and Al are here to talk about it and tell you all you need to know to get you ready for week 9. Al, you ready to go?
Yes, sir. Can't wait. Let's see what we can do this week.
Yes, we had some good debates in the last one.
Yes, love it.
But that's what we like to do. And then we move on and everything's fine.
Yeah, and it would be boring if we're eerily similar in our mindset to a lot of things, so it's nice to be able to disagree here and there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
It adds a little flavor to the show.
Exactly, man. Exactly. I like hot sauce.
So do I. We would be remiss if we did not mention at the top of the show, last week, Doug Martin passed away. You knew a little bit more about that than I did. I guess he was in police custody, you said?
Yeah, he was. Apparently he's been having mental issues since retirement, and real sad. It sounds like some PTSD stuff combined with some existing issues of his own.
CPE?
Yeah, and he became unresponsive after a struggle with officers during his detainment following a break-in. So he was out of his mind and went into the wrong apartment in an apartment building he was staying in. If I read the story correctly, if that's still the story. He didn't know why the police were detaining him. He struggled and eventually died in custody. The whole story hasn't come out yet. I don't know any more than that, but it's just such a sad state of affairs. He was only 36 years old.
Yeah, Doug Martin, I remember, like you said, off air, his nickname was the Muscle Hamster.
Yeah, what a great nickname. One of the best nicknames ever.
He had not a great career, but a decent career. He was a solid running back.
He looked like he was a star right off the bat and then kind of faded over time, but he had a heck of a first 3, 4, 5 years and was just a fun fan favorite kind of guy.
Yep. And then also Nick Mangold, just a few weeks ago, he mentioned that he needed a liver transplant or kidney transplant. I just wasn't expecting it to be this quick. I was expecting him to get the transplant and move on, but he never got the transplant in time. I guess the message was real late because just a couple weeks later, this past weekend, Nick Mangold passed away, and he was only 41. And
yeah, man, what a heck of a player. He was the staple of that New York Jets offensive line for a decade plus. And heck of a guy. I mean, everybody that talks about him loves him. And losing these guys young stinks, man. It's a shame. Thoughts and prayers with the family.
That's
both guys.
Yeah. I think he's actually up for the Hall of Fame this year too. I would think if he doesn't, think if he gets in it, he can't accept it. Obviously, his family would, but it still would be nice. But that's the kind of player he was. He's a borderline, possibly will be a Hall of Famer. And so that tells you that all you need to know about his playing days.
Absolutely. I mean, he was the real deal, man. I think there's a really good chance he makes the Hall of Fame. As we're in the era now where it's a lot easier for linemen to get the recognition they deserve because of some of the stats that are out there and whatnot. So it shouldn't take him too long. I think he's pretty much a lock. I mean, he was first team All-Pro twice, second team All-Pro once, 7-time Pro Bowler. So, I think there's a pretty darn good chance he's in the first couple shots.
Yeah, part of those Jets teams that went to the back-to-back championship games.
Yeah, man. No, he was the last time the Jets were relevant. He was a big part of it.
Yeah, and if you want to hear anybody talk glowingly about him, and seek out Rex Ryan reacting to his passing, and that's all you need to know. Rex Ryan, say what you want about a coach, but he got real emotional talking about it, and it was actually pretty tough to watch him go through that on air like that.
Yeah, that was a special tribute there. You saw why people like to play for Rex, even though he's not the best X's and O's coach in the history of the game. You saw why people would want to play for him right there.
Yep. Okay. Well, on to next week, week 9. Let's get to it. You want to take the reins here and we'll go through it?
All right. Sounds good, man. So starting off on Thursday night, we have the return of Lamar Jackson by all accounts. Ravens at the Dolphins.
All right. The Dolphins stink.
Yes.
And assuming Lamar Jackson plays, I'm not going to caveat it. And to be honest, even if he doesn't play, I might not caveat it anyway. Because Baltimore still was able to win the game last week against a better team, even though they were at home, but still. I'm going Baltimore in this one. With Lamar, I think it's a lock. 27-14. I don't care that it's on the road. And I think a very comfortable, nice way back in, ease his way back in for Lamar back in the lineup. Joe agrees he has 30-17, Baltimore as well.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm with both of you guys. And I don't care I do care, but it won't change my pick if Lamar Jackson doesn't play.
Yeah,
I'm
same
not,
here.
I'm not jumping off of that this time. No, thank you. So, Miami just, crushed the Falcons, and I still don't think they're a very good team. So I am picking Baltimore 30-20. I'm giving the Dolphins some points because I still don't know that the Ravens have fixed their defensive issues, but I do believe that something happened during that bye week, and they have an MVP candidate back in their lineup this week. So let's go 30-20 Ravens.
Yep, totally agree with you.
Okay, all right, man. Now 1:00 on Sunday. Oh, I forgot to mention the bye week. Sorry, let me backtrack for a second. We have 4 teams on a bye this week, which kind of seems like how it should be every week during bye season, but it's not how the NFL does it. My Eagles, the Browns, the Jets, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay, yeah, some good teams in there on our bye too. Well, 2 good teams and two stinkers, so it's nice and even.
Yeah, exactly. It's symmetry. I like it.
I wanted to mention too the penalties from last week. I said that I would. We had a great week for penalties in terms of the amount. We've been averaging about 14 penalties a game.
Yeah.
And this past week, in 1 week, we actually averaged 16. This past week, we averaged 12.
Oh, nice. That's
12.1 penalties. That's the number I want to see.
That's nice. That's the kind where you can watch a game and not feel like you're getting interrupted every 30 seconds. That's great.
There were still a couple of them with high numbers, but the low numbers really canceled them out. We had a couple in the single digits. So there we go.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Now, moving on to the 1:00ers, we have the 49ers at the Giants.
Okay, well, the depleted Giants, now without Scatterbo, it'll be Tracy's show. I don't see San Francisco's so weird, too.
Yeah.
They did not look good against Houston at all.
No.
But Houston is better than the Giants. It's on the road, and it's the West Coast team going to the East. I don't know. I don't know how the Giants are going to be able to score. I need to see more from the Giants. I would not be surprised if the Giants won this game, to be honest. But I can't pick it. So I'm going San Francisco 26-19. Joe agrees 24-13 San Francisco. But again, I would not be surprised if the Giants win because I don't know what to make of San Francisco. If they play like they did last week, they'll probably lose this game. But if they play like they did the 2 or 3 weeks prior to that, they'll win the game. So I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you, man. This is a tricky one. It's because listen, if the Giants hadn't just gotten more depleted, I might have actually picked them, but I can't. The Giants are a better team on the whole. They are on the road. I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants pull this one off, but I'm gonna just have to go with San Fran. There is no Brock Purdy update. I don't know that it would change my mind about anything anyway, but there's still no definitive word there. Brandon Ayuk is definitely not coming back this week. The both teams are a mess physically, but I'm going to take the team that's proved they can win more consistently with the issues, and that's the 49ers. But I'm going to make it close, 24-20, San Fran.
Yep. Yep. I definitely can see it being close for sure. And I would not be shocked if the Giants pulled it off.
Right on, right on. Yeah, right there with you on that. I almost made them my upset pick, but I didn't.
Yeah, me too. They were in consideration for it.
Right on. Okay. Moving on to a much easier game to pick. That would be the Chargers at the Titans.
Yeah, we've documented Tennessee's struggles. Cam Ward is having a rough first year, 1-7. Chargers look good, don't look good. They're kind of up and down. But you're not going to pick them to lose this game against Tennessee, I would think, even though it's in Tennessee. So I'm going to go with the road team, the favorite. Chargers 28-17. I think they'll just handily take care of business. And Joe has an even bigger margin of 31-13 Chargers.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, listen, Joe Alt coming back changed everything for the Chargers on offense. It's amazing the difference, especially when you already lost an All-Pro and Rashawn Slater in the preseason for the year, the difference one really good player can make. And boy, did he make that difference. And I mean, even with Alt out, I wouldn't have picked the Titans over the freaking Chargers. But with him in, it's easy. I'm picking the Chargers, not far off from Joe, actually, 33-11.
33-11. I love the 11.
Yeah. That's the old last minute garbage touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal. Oh, love it. All right. Now this one, we did not have a pick from Joe when we went off air earlier. I'm curious if we do now. That is the Vikings at the Lions.
Yes, he texted me in between each one. I checked him, and he did get his pick in.
Great.
And even with McCarthy, I think Detroit's the better team. I don't know if McCarthy's coming back or not.
He
Did
is.
you say that he is? Yeah. So, but Minnesota, we talked about it in the last one. They're not as good as we thought, and I don't see how they're going to get this one done. Detroit coming off the bye, looking good. They're well coached. They're going to be ready to go, especially 2 weeks to prepare for a team that they're better than anyway. I don't see any way you could pick Minnesota to win this one. So Detroit's at home as well. So Detroit 34-21, handily taking care of business against Minnesota. And Joe has, oh wow, I didn't even realize this. Joe has 34-20. So
Oh, nice.
1 point off for me.
Nice. Well, that's funny because it's not perfect or anything, but it's pretty darn close to both of you. I'm picking Detroit 35-22.
Oh, wow. Joe has 20, I have 21, you have 22.
Yeah. How about that, man? I love that.
Really close. Wow.
I love that. Yeah. So, okay. All right. I don't have anything to add on that one. I think Detroit has established themselves as one of the best teams in football, and Minnesota has not.
Agreed. Yep.
All right. Moving on, we have the ever hard to figure out Atlanta Falcons at the now must be respected New England Patriots.
Yes. One of their harder games, we talked about their schedule being so easy. It's not really all that hard, but this is a respectable team. This isn't a total bottom feeder, although Atlanta is not very good. But it is in New England, and they're on a nice high. They're playing so well. They've won 4 in a row, I believe. And Atlanta coming off a week, like we said, we don't know what we're getting week to week. And the fact that they just got crushed at home by Miami does not give me any confidence they can win this game against the better than Miami team in New England. So I have New England winning a close one because I think what's going to happen is Atlanta's going to try to respond off of that bad week and try to play, we'll probably play a little better. So, and keep it close, but I still think New England will win. I have 24-21. And surprisingly, Joe also has a close game, 27-24. So we both have 3-point games, but we both have New England.
Right on. Okay. Well, that's funny because we're all thinking the same thing. I also went close, but picked the Patriots 27-23. And I'm looking for a PERK'S update as we speak. Not that it's going to change my pick, but it would be good to know. Yeah, it sounds nothing definite. Nothing definite.
Here's a little bit of a surprise too. Joe's upset pick is Atlanta.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That qualifies as an upset. That's a good one. And I could see it because again, this is where it gets a little interesting because they beat one really good team in the Bills, like I keep saying, and then it's a ship of mediocrity. You know what I mean? And not even mediocrity of just terrible teams. And one of their one loss was to or two of their one of their two losses was to one of the worst teams in football with the Raiders. The other one was to the Steelers, so that's a reasonable loss. And then they beat the Bills, a very good win, and then a bunch of absolute trash. So I just can't wait to see. I feel like they're a better team, and May is playing so well. So I think they're going to be able to hold up to this, but it wouldn't stun me if it wasn't. So I respect Joe's upset pick here.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, it wouldn't stun me if they pulled it off, but the way New England's playing, I just can't pick it right now.
Right there with you, my man. Right there with you. Okay. Now, moving on, we have a couple real nice 1:00 games, and one of them is the Colts at the Steelers.
That's a good one, and it's a nice test for the Colts. We're saying want to see them play against some better teams, and this qualifies. Although it's not a great team, it's an up and down team, but they are also on the road, so that's very interesting. And I could see Pittsburgh pulling this one off at home, especially bouncing back off of the bad game last week. But I have the Colts. I'm not going to give away my power rankings, but last week I had the Colts as my number one team in the entire league. And there could be scenarios where I would pick against them, but this isn't one of them. I'm not going to pick against them against a mediocre team. Maybe against, if they were on the road to Buffalo or Kansas City, something like that, or maybe your Eagles, something like that, I might pick against them, but not against a mediocre Steelers team. So I'm going Indianapolis to pull off a very close game of 30-27.
Right on. Right on.
Joe went with Pittsburgh.
Love it.
And the scores are fun. He went 30-28, Pittsburgh.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Yeah, okay. So this game is one that I absolutely believe the Colts should win. So I really should be picking the Steelers here based on my what I think thing with the Steelers, but I'm not going to do it. So if the Steelers win, I had every reason to be right on this and I just bypassed it. But I just don't see how I can pick them to beat the Colts right now. The Colts are playing awesome. The Steelers are not. I'm picking the Colts and I'm picking them 31-24. And despite all logic and everything that ever smacked me in the face about the Steelers, I feel pretty good about it. So that probably means the Steelers will win by 20. Oh, man. Oh, shoot. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, this is a great test for the Colts, though, because it's a good team, not a great team, but a good team. They have to go on the road. So, if they can move to 8-1 in Pittsburgh, it's just another notch in their belt, man.
Yep, I totally agree.
All right.
But I'm sorry. What was the score you gave for them?
31-24 Indy.
31-24. I agree, and I want them to win because I want them to be legitimate and be good.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. Right there with you.
Somebody new, I want to see somebody new in the as a real contender.
And it's a fun story. The whole, it's just, Jonathan Taylor's been very good for a long time, and he's having his best season among some great seasons. And the comeback of Daniel Jones. I mean, come on. It's a fun story.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Now moving on to another one of the really intriguing 1 o'clockers, another great game. I love that my Eagles are on bye this week because I get to sit back and watch some fun football. That is the Denver Broncos at the Houston Texans.
Yeah. Houston, a total mystery.
Yeah.
Week to week, you don't know what you're going to get. A lot of times you get disappointed by them. They're at home here. Denver coming off of a nice run here. They almost lost to the Giants, which was surprising. But they come up, they beat your Eagles, they beat my Cowboys. They did win that game against the Giants, so they're playing well. They're 6-2. I think this is a winnable game for them that they should win if they're a real contender.
Yeah.
And I think they are a real contender, but I'm not discounting Houston at all. They played well last week. I got to see more of that to really believe. So I'm going to go Denver in a very, very close game, 28-27. 1-point win for Denver. Joe is going Denver as well, 27-21.
Okay. All right. Now, big factor in this game is one of the best corners in football, arguably the best, Patrick Surtain, is out. And he's out for a couple weeks. It was something with his pec muscle, I think. But he is out for the immediate future. And that's no small thing. However, it's not going to change my mind. I don't think there's any way. We talked about that great game that Stroud had last week, 30 for 39. There is no way he has enough time against Denver, who has the most sacks in football right now, to get off that kind of game with his offensive line that he's been dealing with. So he could do it against a depleted San Francisco defense, but not against this one, I don't think. So I'm picking Denver, and I'm picking them 33-20. I'm sorry, 23-20.
Oh, so you're also picking a close game.
Definitely picking close because, the Texans do have a very good D. That is one thing they can hang their hat on for sure. And if they could just get Stroud time, he can put up numbers like he did last week. But I don't think this is the week where he's going to get time. So their defense keeps it close, but they lose at home.
Yeah, that's a good call with the fact that Houston also has a very good defense. So this could be quite low scoring.
Yeah. That's why I went. I think that's the lowest score I picked all week. Yeah. That's one of two. There's another one coming up a little bit later that's in the same ballpark. But yeah, absolutely, man. I agree with that 100%.
All right, cool.
Okay, now in this is a weird one to try and pick, man. After both teams' bad efforts last week, and that is the Chicago Bears at the Cincinnati Bengals.
This is a tough one. To me, it is.
I agree.
It shouldn't be. It should be Chicago all the way. But they played so poorly. But the Bengals lost to the Jets. So, I mean, how are you going to play any worse than that?
Exactly, man. Exactly, yeah.
But then they beat Pittsburgh.
Right.
And they're home again. This is tough, but I'm just simply going with the better team. I know Cincinnati's at home, but Chicago, with all their flaws and mediocrity, they're still better than the Bengals with, Joe Flacco at quarterback. So I'm still going to stick with Chicago in another tight game. I think Cincinnati will put up a fight. I have 26-23 Chicago. Joe is actually going Cincinnati.
Oh, wow. He has the nerve. Good for him.
37-34.
I could see him being right here. I struggled with this one because the Bears are on the bad side of good, if that makes any sense. And the Bengals are on the good side of bad. So I don't know which one wins here. Maybe I should just go with the home team, but I just can't pick the Bengals after losing to the damn Jets. I can't do it. They lost to the team I really thought was the worst team in football. And I can't pick them against a team that's, slightly above mediocre. I just can't do it. So Although I could see Joe being right here, but I'm going to go with the Bears like you, and I'm going to take them 29-24.
All right, so we got some close games here.
No doubt. Some tough ones to pick, man. Some really fascinating matchups and ones that really make you scratch your head. Now, I don't know if I feel that way about this one. This one was easy for me. What do you think about the Panthers at the Packers?
Yeah, this is an easy one for me as well. Green Bay's playing very well. Forget, with that tie with Dallas, it kind of makes you forget the fact that they've only lost one game all year.
Right?
They're not going to lose at home against Carolina, who has been up and down, has had some decent moments at times, but they're not going to lose this game. I can't see picking any way but Green Bay, and even possibly in a big way. I have 31-20 Green Bay. Joe has 40-20 Green Bay.
Okay, wait, what was your score, Craig?
31-20.
And Joe's 40-20. Check this out. I'm 34-20.
So we all picked 20?
How about that? I love that. That's
oh
so
my
cool.
God.
I mean, I love that kind of thing, man. That's just awesome.
Just a reminder, any listeners, we do not do, this is not a hoax or gimmick that we do and try to pick the same numbers. We don't know who everybody's going to pick for sure. We do not talk about it beforehand. We all picked Green Bay to have Carolina to have 20 points. That's funny.
I love that. I get a kick out of that, man. Fun with numbers. It's good stuff. By the way, it wouldn't change any of our picks anyway. I'm fairly confident, but there's no definitive update on Bryce Young. The article I read said the odds makers clearly believe that Young will be out this week based on, I've seen everything from minus 12.5 to minus 11.5 favorite for Green Bay, which is a huge line for going against a team that's 500,
Yeah.
But that's a red. I was wrong too. They are not as good with Andy Dalton as they are with Bryce Young. Bryce Young has been better than Dalton was last week, this year. So, 34-20 Packers for me. Easy pick.
Yeah. For me too. And that is going to continue, I believe, with what is most likely the next game. But either way, one coming up here with the fun with numbers. Just keep going.
Yeah. Okay. So I think you're probably talking about the Saints at the Rams.
Actually, I'm not, but that's okay. It's probably going to be the next one after that.
What's that?
This one is also another easy one because this is the Saints who are bad on the road against a team that I think is very good. And I have the Rams just, giving them the business.
I love it.
34-16. Oh, I didn't even realize this one either, Joe. 34-10. We both have 34.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
Like I said, the Rams, one of the best teams. I don't know what's going on. Stafford's back was such a story at the beginning of the year, and now it doesn't seem to be one, and he's playing great. Rams coming off a bye too, a little rested, maybe a little healthier. I'm going Rams all the way here. They're one of my favorites in the NFC. I think they can make some real noise in the NFC, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, listen, I wouldn't argue that too hard. They are clearly the better team here. You have the debut of Tyler Shuck as a starter. Is it the beginning of an era, or is he going to be a second rounder bust out? We'll know something by the end of the season. Maybe not definitive, but we'll have a decent idea now since he's coming in halfway through. Tough team to debut against. I'm taking the Rams. I'm taking them 26-13.
If they're available to pick up as a defense in fantasy, that would be the team to do it.
Oh, I love that thought. I'm a big proponent of picking up whatever defense is going against a rookie quarterback, especially starting his first game.
Yep.
Big fan. All right. Well, maybe this is the one you were talking about. How about the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Vegas Raiders?
Yes, this is it. Jacksonville, another team, they're a lot like Houston in my eyes in terms of every time you start to believe in them, they let you down. They're overall still pretty good, I think. The Raiders are pretty bad. And even though it's on the road, I've been picking a lot of road teams this week, it seems. I'm going to go with Jacksonville to get this win. And they're just a better team. They're clearly better. Even though they let you down sometimes, I would not be surprised, honestly, if the Raiders pull this off, because Jacksonville, like I said, lets you down sometimes. But I have Jacksonville winning pretty convincingly, 28-17. And Joe also picked Jacksonville 28-17.
Oh, get out. That's
The
great.
exact same score.
That's awesome. I love it. Well, I can't add a third, unfortunately. That would have been really cool. But I am picking the same team and making it 24-14 Jags.
Yeah, yep. Their defense is playing pretty well. That's the thing about them.
Yeah. They're a disappointing 4-3 after their really good start, because they've lost a couple in a row now. But they're still not horrible. There's hope for Duval and this era over there.
Yeah.
It's weird that we're now, I think, in Trevor Lawrence's fourth season, maybe fifth, and I still don't know what he is.
Yeah, he's kind of up and down too.
Yeah, he's had a couple, he's had stretches where he looked like he was going to be the future. There's been stretches where he's looked horrible, and mostly he's just been in between. So, I still don't know what he is at this point in his career. There's a lot of question marks in Jacksonville, but not nearly as many in Raiderland. So, pretty easy pick, even though they're on the road.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. All right. And now for the game of the week.
Yep.
The 4:00 special. I will be locked in on this sucker, no doubt about it. That is Kansas City at Buffalo in the big AFC rivalry of the last, 4 or 5 years now. Easy, right?
Absolutely. This is the rivalry. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Kansas City, everybody says they're back,
Mm-hmm.
and they are. I don't know. This is on the road. I'm going back and forth so much. I'm going back and forth again in my head. But
Yeah.
I'm going to land what I landed on the first time, what I have written down, and it is simply the home team. If this was in Kansas City, I probably would go Kansas City. But it's in Buffalo, and even though Kansas City's back and they've got all their full complement of weapons, if they win this game, and especially if they win it convincingly, then they're really back. Then they're my absolute favorite to go to the Super Bowl. But I got to see that first. I'm going Buffalo in a very tight game, 32-30. Joe has been a believer in Kansas City from the start. If you remember, his power rankings had Kansas City number 1 last week.
Yep.
So he has Kansas City 37-31.
Okay.
Opposite ends there.
This was a tough one to pick. This was a real tough one. I ended up landing on Kansas City. I'm going Kansas City, and I'm making it real close, 38-35. This would not surprise me either way, and that is why Buffalo is my upset pick, because Kansas City is a favorite on the road.
What are they, a couple points?
-1.5 last I saw.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Let me see if anything changes on that. Don't want to pick a favorite for my upset pick. Yep, still -1.5 for the Chiefs.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 injury factors in this game. Not that it's going to change any of our picks, but the Bills lost Ed Oliver to a torn bicep muscle. He's one of their best defensive linemen, defensive tackle. He had 3 sacks in the last 3 games, which is no small feat at defensive tackle. So he is out. That's a big deal for them. And Isaiah Pacheco is week to week with an MCL sprain and almost definitely not going to play this week, it sounds like.
Yep.
All right. Well, I can't wait to watch that one, man. That's going to be a fun one.
That is going to be fun. I can't wait.
Okay. Now, moving to the Sunday nighter. Interesting game. The Seahawks at the Washington Commanders.
Still no Jaden Daniels?
Far as I know, I'm going to look at while you're talking, but I don't think there's been any definitive update.
Right. I'm tempted to caveat if he plays. I'm not going to, though. Another road team that I think, especially, I mean, if there's no Jaden Daniels, I think this is Seattle all the way.
Yeah.
Even if he plays, I'm tempted to still go Seattle. But I won't caveat it because I don't think he's going to play. During the week, if it's announced he plays and we want to change it again, I guess we could do that again. But right now, I'm going Seattle, assuming Jaden Daniels is not playing. So because of that, Seattle 27-20. They're a sneaky good team too. Seattle's a solid as a rock team. Pretty much what they've been the last few years, and they're that again. They're just solid. They're not spectacular. They're not going to win the Super Bowl or anything, but they're not going to go down without a fight, and they are a good team.
I agree with that. I underestimated them coming into the year, and a lot of that was doubt in Sam Darnold. 98% of it was doubt in Sam Darnold, and that was completely wrong. He's been very good.
Yep.
And the whole team has been super solid, like you said. Jackson Smith and Jigba has established himself as one of the best receivers in the game, and they are a very solid team, and it's possible we're talking about them as a real problem in the playoffs, depending on what we see for the second half of the season here. Because they come out of this 13-4 or something like that, which is possible. I mean, I can't poo-poo them in the playoffs. So, I mean, this is an interesting team that I didn't expect this from to be this good, and my eyes are wide open now. There's no definitive update on Jaden Daniels. It sounds very iffy for this week. I'm not going to caveat anyway. I'm taking what I think is clearly the better team, Seattle, and I'm taking them. What did I do for the score? 28-24.
28-24. So, yeah, Joe agrees with us. He had 29-21. So we all picked Seattle on that one.
Okay. All right. Then moving on to Monday night. And it's your guys playing a team coming off a bye, and that is the Arizona Cardinals at your Dallas Cowboys.
I want to preface this, let you know something that you might not know.
Okay.
The Cowboys have lost to the Arizona Cardinals the last 4 times they've played them.
Oh, weird.
Going back to 2020.
That's weird.
Now, the time before that, in 2017, they played, Dallas did win. But the 4 times after that, before that, they lost all 4 of those as well. So they've literally lost 8 out of the last 9 they've played against Arizona.
That is freaking weird. And that's a lot of, bad Cardinal teams, too.
Yeah, going back to 2008, they lost 4 in a row. They won in 2017, and they've lost 4 in a row again since then.
That's a crazy stat, man. I never would have come up with that. That's a good.
Arizona has had Dallas's number. I don't know what it is. I remember when they lost to him again last year. That's when my eyes got open to that stat. They mentioned it during the broadcast again, or somewhere I saw it again, how they just dominated the Cowboys for a long time. Even in home road doesn't matter. They just win all the time. Now, having said that, Arizona's very they're not very good. They're uninspiring. I just don't like anything I'm seeing from them really. They're not playing all that well. So I am going to go Dallas just to basically win in another track meet, get their 30 points. I think they can do that and just kind of outscore Arizona, even though Arizona will be able to score because everybody can score on Dallas. I have 30-24 Cowboys, and Joe has 32-27 Cowboys, but I'm not going to ignore that history. Arizona is my upset pick.
Like it. I get that 100%. Okay, cool.
That history only. Because last year Dallas was a favorite against them as well, and it had no bearing. They won again.
Isn't that wild, man? That's a great stat, and a shocking one to me.
They lost last
Yeah,
year. They
so,
were 26-18. No,
wait, say it again?
last year they lost 28-16.
Man, I mean, that's wild. Man, well, you blew my mind with that stat. It gives me pause, but I am not going to change my pick, even with that stat. But it does really give me pause. I'm going to take the Cowboys 36-28 and continue the trend of when they score 30 and don't give up and don't allow it, they win. Which obviously, I mean, that sounds crazy because, of course, if you score 30 and don't give up 30, you win. But yeah, Dallas. They're an incredibly hard team to figure out because they're so good on offense and so bad on defense. Anything could happen any week, and nothing would surprise me. But yeah, I'm gonna go them at home and just think that weird stat about the Cardinals has to change at some point.
Right. And just real quick, I did say last year. I meant 2 years ago. They didn't play in 2024. 2023, they lost 28-16, and Dallas
Okay,
was the favorite in that one as well.
right on. Wild stat, brother.
Yeah, I saw that, and like I said, I remember when they played, and I remember that stat popping up, and it opened my eyes to it, and I just remembered it when I was picking the game, getting ready to pick it. I remember I was like, let me look that up, so I had it ready to go when we got to it. Just strange.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. That's a real good one. All right, well, the week is in the books, my man. We made our picks.
I think me and you have one different pick. That's it.
That's crazy.
Looking at it now. Yeah, me and you picked everything the same except for Kansas City and Buffalo.
Okay.
Joe has a couple other ones. He has Cincinnati, and he has Pittsburgh, and then he has Kansas City as well. Is different from me, so I have three different from him. All right.
Dig it. All right, man. You want to take the reins for the power ranking segment?
Power rankings are back. Okay. As I said, Joe had Kansas City as his number one last week. No reason for him to change from there, obviously. So he still has Kansas City in his. Or wait, we went 5-1, didn't we?
Yes.
Let's do that. Let's do that instead. I'm sorry.
Cool. No worries.
Okay, so last week Joe had Seattle as his number 5, even though they were on a bye. He dropped them out, and he put Buffalo number 5.
Okay. I could definitely see that. No doubt.
I had the Rams number 5 last week. They were on a bye, but I did not bump them. I kept them at number 5. So I have the Rams number 5. And last week, Al, you had Seattle, your number 5. And what did you do this week?
Well, they got the bye bump, and I put in the team I left out last week. You guys had 1 and 2. I brought the Chiefs in at number 5.
Okay.
They are still the only team in my top 5 that only has 1 win against a team above 500. And they have the worst record of anybody in my top 5. So that's why they're at number 5, not higher.
Yep.
But I do believe.
Yes. Okay, number 4. Joe had Philadelphia number 4 last week, and he kept them there. Philadelphia still number 4.
All right.
I had Philadelphia number 4 last week, but I actually moved them up, and I flip-flopped them with Detroit. I have Detroit number 4 now, and I mean, I guess I just gave it away, so I'll just say it. I have Philadelphia number 3 now.
Right on.
And you had the Rams number 4 last week. What do you have this week?
Well, they got bye bumped right on out of the top 5 as well. I like them and Seattle, but I had to do something to get the Packers in this top 5. Packers, after that whooping they put on the road at the Steelers to me and are now 5-1-1, had to get in here to me, and I put them at number 4.
Yeah, there's too many good teams. There's a lot of good teams. This is hard. This is
It's
very
tough, man.
hard.
I did not expect this to be that hard, but it is really, it's tough. It's tough. And you can make a really good case for at least 3 or 4 more other teams, at least, to be in this top 5 that each one of us leave out.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, Joe doesn't have the Rams in his top 5 in either week, and I think they're going to go to the Super Bowl.
Right.
And they're playing.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah, man. And it's legit that they're not, it's legit if they're in, and it's legit if they're not. That's how tough this is.
And Green Bay deserves to be in there, but they're not in mine or Joe's top 5. Seattle, all that.
Tampa Bay 6-2. They're not in anybody's top 5.
Right. Yep. Okay. Well, what about Buffalo? They weren't in anybody's top 5 last week.
Right. They're not in mine or Joe's this week, right? Was that who your number 5 was?
Well, Joe's got them number 5.
Joe's got them number 5. Okay.
To me,
one of
them number 6. They're the next one, but I didn't get them in.
Yeah, I just left them out because they were awful for 2 weeks leading into the bye, and they came out and had a good win. But I just anybody that had a bye right now that I'm shaky on at all is going to be left off.
Yep.
The teams that have played more games.
Yep. All right, so number 3, Joe has the Colts, number 3.
Still not respecting the Colts.
Still not respecting the Colts.
I love it.
Number 3 last week as well. I told you what I did with Philadelphia. I moved them up 1 spot over Detroit. But those 2 teams are very close to me. They can go in either direction, really, to be honest. But I just put Philly at 3. So where did you go at 3 last week? You had your Eagles at 3.
Yes. So because of the bye and the Eagles winning, the Lions had a bye. The Eagles won convincingly against a mediocre team. And so I bumped them up to, I might as well just say it. I bumped the Lions down off their bye week to number 3 and the Eagles up to number 2 off their win.
Oh, you did the same thing as me. You flip-flop Philadelphia and Detroit.
Exactly. Just a spot lower or higher, depending which angle you're looking at it from. Yeah, totally, man.
Instead of 3 and 4, you did 2 and 3.
Exactly. Yes. And I will say Joe not raising, if he didn't already respect them, beating the Titans wasn't going to do it.
Right.
So I understand him standing firm at 3.
Joe has Detroit number 2.
Okay.
Which is valid.
Absolutely.
Which, let me see if that was his number 2. Yeah, that was his number 2 last week as well. And, my number 2 was Kansas City, and I kept them at number 2. Kansas City's still number 2.
Right on.
And
right
you
on.
Philadelphia number 2.
Yep. Philly number 2 now.
So that means we all have the same number 1s, I'm assuming. Joe, Kansas City, me, and you both the Colts at number 1.
Absolutely.
And if they win this week on the road against Pittsburgh, it's just going to solidify. I'll tell you right now, if they win that game, you'll know that they're going to be number 1 for me.
Yeah, they're going to vault all. It depends what happens with the Colts, because if the Colts beat the Steelers on the road, I'm not dropping them down to number 1.
Well,
number 1, I mean.
That's what I mean. That's what I said. Yeah, the Colts. If the Colts go to Pittsburgh and win that game, then there's no chance I'm dropping them.
Yeah, and if the Chiefs go to Buffalo and if that happens with the Colts, and the Chiefs go to Buffalo and beat the Bills, then I have a real interesting thing to try and figure out what to do between number 2, 3, and 4, because I believe, even though I have the Chiefs 5 because of their record and their lack of playing above 500 teams, if I had to pick who I thought was actually the best 4 teams in football right now, it would be the Colts, Eagles, Lions, and Chiefs.
Right. And yeah, even if the Chiefs win and the Colts win, I'm still not putting the Chiefs over the Colts.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. The Colts didn't do anything to lose it then,
Right. But of course, because Kansas City's my number 2, if they win and the Colts lose, then they would have to be number 1.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'd have to decide. Yeah, I don't know where I would put them. It would have to, the Eagles aren't moving anywhere on a bye week, and the Lions have, who the heck are the Lions playing? I just went blank.
Oh, they're playing.
Minnesota. That's right. So
Yeah.
they're playing a game they should win, and assuming they win it, this is why this is tough. Because the Chiefs are definitely moving up on my list for sure. If they beat the Bills, the question is just how far. And they might go all the way to number.
Yeah, some of the teams I was considering: Buffalo, Seattle, Denver, Green Bay, obviously New England.
Yeah, those are all the same teams I was considering. Same exact teams.
Last week I was considering Tampa, but I didn't even have them in the consideration column this week because I was not impressed with that win, even though they did win, but it didn't look good doing it. I didn't like what I saw.
Yeah, they were still in consideration for me because they're 6-2 and they beat the Seahawks and the 49ers. Seahawks is, if they're going to be in consideration, I got to consider the Bucs because they beat them. But yeah, I wasn't impressed with that game. Not at all.
Chargers too is another team.
Yeah, they're starting to get back in it now for me.
Yeah. So it'll be very interesting how this evolves as we go. I like the fact that we're doing that. We can kind of go back to the week before and see what's changed and kind of compare. So that's cool too.
I'm with you, my man. I'm with you. I love it. This is a nice addition to the show.
Yeah, I like it too. All righty. Well, that's going to do it. We've done the review show. Hopefully you guys checked it out, the week 8 review. And here was the week 9 preview show and game prediction show. I've been calling it that more often than not now instead of the preview show. But regardless, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I definitely did. Al, do you have anything more to add?
No, man. No, I think we covered it pretty well, and another fun week in the NFL, man. And yeah, let's see how we do this week. This has been a really interesting season, man. Really interesting season. Hard stuff to figure out, and it's even more fun because of it.
Absolutely. Real quick, I have one little fun thing. Are you a Star Wars fan?
Oh yeah.
Okay. The original.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Do you know if I said something? I'm wondering if you would remember this. TK421. Why are you not at your post?
Oh, I do, but I'm blanking. Oh my goodness.
TK421. Why are you not at your post?
Oh man.
Well, it's nothing major. It's just that when they go on the Death Star and then Luke and Han put the stormtrooper uniforms on.
Oh.
There's a guy up in the tower or whatever, and he says, TK421, why are you not at your post? And then Han, as a stormtrooper, gets out and he like taps on his helmet and he's like, we got a bad transmitter in here or whatever. Anyway, the reason why I brought that up is because Lenny Kravitz has a song called TK421.
I was just going to bring that up.
Yeah. And I just did it. I just reacted to it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm going to post it probably tonight or tomorrow. And it was a request from somebody. Now, I immediately went to the Star Wars reference in my head. Apparently, it's a reference also in Boogie Night. But
what?
Yeah, Boogie Night, there's like a piece of audio equipment called TK421. But apparently, the director of Boogie Nights is a Star Wars fan, and he put that in there because of Star Wars.
Oh, I love it.
But Lenny put it in, made the song title from Boogie Nights. He didn't even know about the Star Wars thing. And then he found out about it. There's an interview with him saying that he found out that it was actually a Star Wars reference. But
that's priceless, dude. And I tell you what, I would have taken the side of Lenny knowing it from Boogie Nights over Star Wars.
But
two of my favorite movies of all time, by the way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So what I did was I did the reaction, and so I had my regular open, talking about what's coming up, the name of the song, all that stuff. And then right before I went to the actual reaction, I played a quick 7-second clip of the Star Wars clip where the guy's going, TK421, why are you not at your post? That's actually in the reaction.
I love it. That's awesome, dude. That's super cool. Super cool.
That'll be out, like I said, either tonight or tomorrow. Probably tonight. Although I don't like releasing 3 things in one day, and I'm going to be releasing these two podcasts tonight. So I'll see. Either way, it'll be out in the next day or two, regardless.
Nice. I'll be looking forward to that one. That'll be great.
And by the way, that song is pretty good song, but the video, I had to edit the video big time. There's a lot of not nudity, but there's butts. Let's just say that.
So you see more butts?
Yeah, see more of Lenny Kravitz's butts specifically.
Oh boy. Well, thank you for any of us that were going to watch it for that editing.
Yes, I did. I pixelated it out. I just blurred it.
I love it. Oh, that's hilarious, man. Who knew? What is this, an episode of NYPD Blue?
Yes. Crazy. All right. I just wanted to mention that. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And hopefully you guys